Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sports Factory podcast. This will be a very fun episode. Definitely a lot to talk about. March Madness is happening, so I want to do something fun. But before I get into that, first and foremost, make sure to like this video. It's very important to like this video. And also go into the link in the description. Sports Factory is the promo code. Sign up for Boom Fantasy. The link is in the description. Fellas, are you excited? Are you feeling the madness?
I am.
My team is still alive, so yes.
Yeah, you're right. I'm rooting for y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. I'm literally it's in San Antonio. So Final Four is in San Antonio.
Who's your team?
I mean, it's Sam Houston. I don't know. They're not there. So I'm going for University of Houston because Sam Houston's not going to be in this ever, right?
Yeah, go Cougs, man.
Same school.
Okay. We all Cougs. Yeah.
Same school, bro. We lit. It's in San Antonio. So I'm saying if the University of Houston is in the Final Four, I am going to drive to San Antonio because it's only an hour. Yeah, it's an hour away. So I'm driving to San Antonio. I'm getting the vibes. I don't know, if y'all say y'all are coming to San Antonio, I would buy a ticket. That's only if you say that, though. I don't know if you that lit with it. But if you said, hey, I'm coming to San Antonio, I want to see my team, and you could lose, and that could hold you some, that can hurt your money. Maybe I shouldn't confirm that because
I burned myself last time doing. I think year 2023. Final Four was in Houston, and I just knew the Cougars was gonna make the Final Four. I was like, you made the Final Four, bro. This the home crowd, and they lost in the Elite Eight to Miami. But I already bought the tickets. I already purchased it. I had to go, and I watched UConn win. So I was like, damn. $350 down the drain, but the experience, I guess. So I'm a tread lightly. At bare minimum, if we do go all the way and win, I will be flying back to go watch that parade. I gotta go see a parade in Houston.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of Houston parades. I did the last one was the Astros, so I gotta go. I gotta go to that at least, but who knows? San Antonio, my mom's from San Antonio. She might go up there, but you can be in a bar, like you can be just San Antonio is just going to be lit in general if Houston makes it. So
yeah, definitely. San Antonio got good vibes.
So you drive it down there, like you can watch
the basketball city. So
anywhere, yeah, they love fundamental basketball. So
hey, look at you, So I'd say definitely I'm going to San Antonio regardless. But if UH is in the Final Four, then yeah, I'm getting the vibes because them vibes are great. Y'all go to San Antonio, the vibes are great. So we're going to talk a little more about March Madness a little later, but I want to talk about something related to the NBA, and we're going to relate it to March Madness. So NBA playoffs in a couple weeks, and what I wanted to do, and there's many videos that have done this already, but we're going to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to put the NBA playoff teams, we're going to put them in a March Madness format. And we're going to see, we're going to tell, I want you to tell me who would win. So it's one game elimination. Obviously, we're not going to do this on 2K. And they'd be like this. I'm just going to tell you the teams. 1-8 matchup, 2-7 matchup, 3-6 matchup. You tell me one game elimination, would they win or not? And these teams, with these one game elimination, a buzzer beater, there's a lot of things that happen. A lot of variables go crazy. So we're going to begin. And we're going to start with, let's start with the Eastern Conference. Because the Eastern Conference is more mild. We're not going to count for the play-in. The 8 seed faces the 1 seed. Right now, the 8 seed Orlando Magic would face the 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers. In a one-game elimination, what would happen?
I think Cleveland takes it.
No upset here.
No upset? Dang, them boys lost 4 straight. You sure?
They got a deep bench. I think they can overcome that.
All right, Hawks versus Celtics. I'm picking the Hawks. I'm picking the Hawks. I know.
I would pick the Hawks. One game? Yeah.
That's true. True.
It's just one game. Give me Trey, bro.
For one game. The Celtics are known to they can hold around, they can mess around that first game and play and then not play what they're supposed to play. I can see a Trae Young deep buzzer beater and piss off all the Celtics fans. I see an upset for that. I'm picking the Atlanta Hawks in that matchup. I'd say the Hawks move on. That's why I'm picking. And Greg, you picking that?
I'm picking the Hawks.
Mauricio, obviously it's 2-3, but Mauricio, who you picking?
I think I'm gonna stick with the Celtics.
3-6 matchup. What we have is the Knicks versus the Pistons. I might
I
pick
would
the
take the
Pistons too. I'm picking the Pistons too. The Knicks know they're
They-
stupid, boy.
They
Yeah,
have
they're
they
hot.
have some really good defense. Yeah, I would pick the Pistons.
I'm kind of leaning to the Pistons as well, just because. I mean, they've been on one this year. So.
We have the Pacers and the Bucks.
This one I would actually pick the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I would pick the Bucks this go around.
I'll take the Pacers.
Oh, it's up to me. This might be the Spike John. Shout out to John if he in the comments. I'm pick the Bucks. I think the experience, and I know the Pacers had that one. The Pacers hit that buzzer. But you know that Tyrese Halliburton had that crazy shot a couple weeks ago on the Bucks. I remember that. But I'm gonna pick the Bucks. Giannis. You're supposed to be top 2 player in the world. Live up to it. I'm gonna pick the Bucks.
And you have a Damian Lillard,
True.
shot maker that can hit buzzer beaters, and he's hit game winners. So yeah, that's
true. So the next round will be Cavs Bucks.
Cavs Bucks. I'm not gonna lie. I might probably lean Bucks here.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I'm pick the Cavs. I'm pick the Cavs here. I feel like the Cavs.
I mean, yeah. I like the Cavs on this one.
I can see the Bucks. I can see the Bucks vibe, but it's just like I just don't trust Doc Rivers. He's the coach.
But it's single elimination. Yeah,
I know, but it's just like I don't trust. I know Lillard can do something, but Mitchell to me has a similar type of like. It's not as high as Lillard, but he has a clutch factor as well, and I feel like he can hit a tough shot. Darius Garland too. I think they get tough shots in there, and then I don't know. I feel the Cavs over there. The Bucks just hurt my trust over the years. They've just hurt my trust over the years.
I get it.
True.
Mauricio,
Yeah,
I mean, are you going down? You staying with the Bucks?
No, I think I'm taking the Cavs.
Oh, perfect, Cavs. So, all right, Hawks Pistons. Who won in that?
Hawks Pistons. This one surprisingly,
it's hard, boy.
Detroit.
You picking Pistons, Mauricio? You picking Pistons too?
I trust their defense more than I trust the Hawks offense because the Hawks have zero defense.
For me, I picked the Hawks just from like the crazy variables of a 1-game elimination. But Mauricio, are you? Yeah, that's like the variables of 1-game elimination. So
I'm gonna take the
Tell me.
It's just a matter of if you trust Cade more than you trust Trey.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, he's such an undersized guard.
I'm gonna change to the Hawks.
Hawks, okay. Hawks got the perfect. So it'll be Hawks versus Cavs. Who won in that? I think the Cavs win that one. I think
Cavs,
this is just
Bucks pops here.
Yeah,
Cavs
win that.
The Cinderella story ends.
Yeah, that ends.
That's the winner of the East. So the winner of the East is the Cavs. All right. So the Western Conference, we have the Thunder versus the Clippers.
This one right here. This is a Thunder. This is a Thunder win.
Yeah, James Harden gonna get smacked. No, James. I'll tell you this: James Harden, he good in game ones though. He notoriously really good in game ones. So if there's a day for that to happen, it would be in the game one. He's notoriously good for it. I just think the Thunder is just too good of a team for it. I think it'd be like really close, and then Harden just misses like the shot, and it just rims out or something. It's just like but I think it'd be closer. Mauricio, you agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking a Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
All right. Perfect. So next matchup, we have the Rockets versus the Timberwolves.
This one will be a very close game. This will be a very close game. Very stressful game. Trying my best not to put my bias out there.
Yeah, it'd be Timberwolves for me. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to
you. But I definitely am on the side of defense. And I like our head-to-head matchups because I think we've beat them in the head-to-head, or at least tied. So we don't get into the NBA Cup game without beating them, and we did. So experience matters. I'll pick the Rockets.
Risha, how you feeling?
I feel like the Rockets would take it in the one game.
Look at that. So look at when Rockets fans be so pissed. Like, Jesse, are you really a Rockets fan? I guess not, because boy, I did not pick them. I had no trust in that. Nuggets versus Warriors. I picked the Nuggets 100%. I'm sorry. The Nuggets have beaten the stupid out the Warriors. I know Curry. But I think the Nuggets beat the Warriors without Steph Curry. I mean, no, with Steph Curry, without like Jokic. It was just Westbrook. I feel like I picked the. It's up. Y'all can obviously plot and
I
all,
don't
but
know, man. I think I get it because the Nuggets, the Nuggets roster is shaped for a 1-game elimination because you have a Jamal Murray shot maker. But it is just something I don't know. There's not a lot of people talking about what Jimmy Butler can be doing in these playoffs. I don't know.
Ain't nothing to guard Jokic.
I mean, John be talking about Jimmy Butler all the time.
Jokic is top 6. Jokic top 6 center ever.
That's cool. That's very cool. That is very okay. But we're just talking about one game. You know what I mean? We're just talking about one singular. If it's a series, of course, Nuggets clear. But one game.
I feel you. I'm just saying. I think like they have everything needed to get a 1 game as well as a series. But Greg, if you can digress and
I might
be crazy. Go for the clip.
I'll go Nugget. Hey, for the plot that I want. For the plot that I want, give me the Rocket. I mean, not the Rocket. Give me the damn.
Yeah, yes. That boy, Rocket fan for life. Boy, said, "Give me the Rockets, Nuggets, Warriors. Give me the Rockets, boy."
Give me the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets.
I appreciate how you feel.
The Nuggets as well.
Yeah, F the Warriors. But anybody got time for that dumb team? But I want to play them. Hopefully, I never got to play them. Next matchup will be Lakers versus Grizzlies.
This will be a Lakers. This will be Lakers.
Yeah. I don't see the Grizzlies with the plot for that. Yeah. All right, so all the top seeds win. So it'll be Thunder Lakers. Who would win that?
Oh, that'll be tough. Oh my gosh. One
Thunder
game?
Lakers?
They say what Shannon Sharp be saying? KFC, OKC. Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Lakers.
What the one that one was for.
I don't know. They don't have a big. I'm trying to see how they're gonna manage Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Harden.
If he's healthy.
I mean, I'm assuming everybody's healthy in this hypothetical with Lou Dort.
Yeah, LeBron came back and they lost by 30. So I think the Thunder I think the Thunder shooting that down. I'm just saying. He came back and Kobe White. I think Josh Giddey almost had a quadruple double. And I'm not saying that is obviously just a 1 game that happened, but I just feel like the Thunder.
All it takes is one game. There's no such thing as a fill me out game anymore. Like let me see what the offense is giving me. Nah, I'm gonna go Thunder. I trust it. They're a complete team.
Yeah, and the Thunder have people that I like. I know these people, but they're not in my head. They're not supposed to be as good as they are. Like they be having people deep. They have 2 Jalen Williams, and they're both like really great. Like it's crazy how you have someone with the same name. They both like one's an all-star and one's just really good. And Casey Wallace, like they have a bunch of players that are not known for real. Like just outside unless you're a real fan, they're not known, but they are ballers and they can all get hot. And I think that's all you need to beat the Lakers.
They draft really well, man.
They do.
And they be trading away players. They trade away Josh Giddey. They trade away Trey Mann. They traded Apper going to the Rockets. Like they know how to draft well, man.
Helped me out a lot. So what about you, Mauricio? Same thing?
Yeah, I'm with Greg on this one.
All right, Thunder, perfect. We got Rockets versus Nuggets. Yeah, Rockets versus Nuggets. How we feeling?
End of the road for the.
End of the road. Nah, I might. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. You know, but I be looking at these head-to-head matchups be meaning something to me, and the fact,
especially because it's just 1 game,
which is weird because the Rockets can't. Like they can beat the Nuggets when they have Jokic. Their problem is when Jokic is not on the floor, they just don't know how to act with Jamal Murray as the person. So it's just I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Rockets. I'm gonna just one game. Speed Demons.
That's a Rocket fan, boy. I'm picking the Nuggets. I'm definitely picking.
I was gonna say Nuggets and say Jesse, you pick.
Yeah, like
but you already picked, so
I can't like. They don't give me enough like mental confidence. Like they do good, and then this is the game they be stupid in for some reason. Nuggets versus Thunder. I'm picking the Nuggets now. Oof.
Nuggets.
Ooh, didn't see that coming. I know
because of the experience. Yeah, I'll take the Nuggets.
Oh, okay. It don't matter then. I'm about to pick the Thunder.
But I'm saying
the Nuggets were what you call it? Like I said, the Nuggets are kind of like perfectly constructed to be a single game elimination type of game.
Yeah.
Like if that was a real thing, like they have all the pieces that they need for that. I'm
And I
not
think
mad.
they would shine in that. I think the Nuggets. I trust the Nuggets in that. Nuggets, Cavaliers, NBA, NCAA Final Four, NBA championship, whatever you want to call it. Nuggets, Cavaliers. I'm picking the Nuggets to get another one. I just have a lot of faith in that team. For one game elimination, I have faith they'll win a game one.
I have the Cavs.
Okay, so Mauricio, what we got? The Cavs elite
Nuggets
shooting and
versus the
deep bench.
Cavs.
The Cavs got elite shooting, a deep bench, versus the Nuggets who have a superstar offensive hub. There's a lot of really
I'm
good
gonna
cats.
say teamwork makes the dream work. Cavs.
Look at the Cavaliers without LeBron.
Ta-da!
The Cavaliers should never win a championship. I think the Cavaliers will never win a championship without LeBron. It just don't sound right. Like that plot don't make sense. Like the Bulls don't do nothing without Jordan. Like what make you think you special? Like no, you're not supposed to be special. That's why I lost 4 straight. Get that plot down. But the Cavs win this. The Cavs win this simulation. I don't know if that was something that was exciting for y'all or not, but the Cavs win. They win the whole NCAA tournament. Maybe one day we could do a 2K video on that and see who would win. But how do y'all feel?
Cleveland.
This is for you. So with that, I wanted to transfer into talking a little bit about the team that was talked about just now, the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets won 9 straight. I knew they're going to win 9 straight because their schedule was easy. I was happy about that. Then I saw the Nuggets. I was like, okay, we can win this game. And then we didn't win the game. It pissed me off a little bit. But this is the thing I say. I'll tell y'all this. The playoffs, this will be the first playoffs that we have that I won't be stressed. Like, I'm just going to watch it because when the Harden played, it was literally affecting my life. It was affecting how I woke up. It affected how I went to sleep. It affected everything. That Harden stuff was crazy. But this is the time where I could just watch and see how they develop, see how they play. And I'll tell you this, a Phoenix Sun is likely to be a Rocket, depending on what happens in this postseason. If we go into postseason and we suck, losing 5, we losing 5 or 6. Jalen Green playing trash, Şengün playing trash, nobody stepping up. Give me Kevin Durant. Give him to me. I have all of Phoenix's picks. You want him back? Give me KD. Now, if these boys are hooping, they doing their thing, they get to the second round, they lose, but they hoop really well in the second round, then now it's a little more like, okay, maybe we should do something. I don't know what we do with those picks. We'll see. Maybe we'll find another way to do something. But this postseason's pivotal because we got to do something. Like we got to really, progress after this, right? And I'm excited to see it. But Jalen Green is to me is an X factor because Jalen Green is a guy that I don't know what I'm gonna get, and I never know that. Like I wanted Cade in the beginning, I definitely did, but we got Jalen. I said, okay, cool. But you look in March, he's really good. But Greg, what's he gonna be like in April and May? Like, is he gonna have a 9-point game and kill everybody's parlays, or is he gonna like put up 25 and do be average 25 and be that guy he's supposed to be?
I don't know. I think first to answer your question, it don't matter. It don't matter if we get bounced in the first round or make it to the conference finals. We need to be going to get Kevin Durant regardless. Because
sound good.
If we get to the conference finals, even if we get to the conference finals, play our butts off and still lose, all that's really telling me is we're just one piece away, and that's Kevin Durant. That's gonna put us over the hump. So
he is buckets.
I'm always. We need a shot creator. We need a shot maker. And I'm always gonna be someone that is pro. Give me a superstar vet that is going to have that influence trickle down the rest of my roster, because the rest of my roster, for the most part of the core, is 22 and 23 years old. I'm not expecting them. I don't know when the last time we had a group of 22-year-olds win the NBA championship, so I'm not expecting them to win that.
The Thunder this year.
Yeah, people. People lacked patience with the Boston Celtics and said Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum needed to blow it up when they was 24, and I'm like, bro, like they're 24. They finally got it when they were 26, but it feels like they've been gelled together. So that's how I feel about that. As far as the Jalen Green being the X factor, yes, he is the most important part of how far we go. We go as far as Jalen Green goes. I know Şengün is the better player. I know Amen Thompson could possibly be the best player on this team, but he is our. I hate to be cliche with it. I feel like he is our Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray was so pivotal in those runs and those series to just go get you a bucket. And credit to Jalen Green, I do think he has made leaps and strides this season. He is a lot more consistent than he has been these other past seasons. If you're looking at him game by game, yes, November, he did not look good at all. But ever since past that Thanksgiving break, he has been, I might even say he might be the most consistent player on the team. If you just look at the kind of production he gets, every once in a while, after every 10 games or 15, maybe 20 games, he might give you that 9-point game and it gets overanalyzed. Oh, he's back to his old ways. And then the next night he drops 25. But Sengun hasn't been having, like, he's been an all-star, but he hasn't had like this spectacular year. He's definitely been inconsistent this year. The touch around the rim has been kind of crazy. He can't make layups this year. Is weird. Amin Thompson needs to get a jumper. So I think Jalen Green, I see real promise in him. Regardless where he goes, I think he's going to be a good NBA player. Regardless, he may not be a superstar, but he'll be a star in this league. He'll make multiple All-Star appearances, and I think this year, this postseason determines whether the team goes after a Kevin Durant or if they go for a Devin Booker. Me personally, I would rather go for Kevin Durant because I'm looking at the numbers between Devin Booker and Jalen Green. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying they're the same player, but the production is similar. The production is very similar. And if I'm getting similar production, I might as well keep the one that's on a team-friendly deal instead of getting the supermax player that I guess is aura based or aura skill. But like, I mean, what does Devin Booker do for his team?
Aura base is great.
They make it seem like Devin Booker's a great player. But if Devin Booker's my best player, am I winning a championship? I don't know that. He hasn't done it for his own franchise. I don't know.
No, you need a superstar to win a championship.
Exactly. I would lean more towards Kevin Durant. And if I'm going with Kevin Durant, I'll be honest with you, I would try my best. It'd be hard. I would try my best to keep Jalen Green and Sengun and like, you know what I mean? Like keep Jalen. I would try to keep Jalen because I think Kevin Durant can unlock something out of Jalen Green. They work out in the summer all the time.
I think you can do that. I think the Suns have no future at all. There is no leverage at all. Like they have no picks until the 2030s. Mauricio, like that's like they have no picks till the 2030s. That is not a exaggeration.
Yeah. That is not good.
And they have a max player that has a no trade clause.
When Bradley Beal, which is hilarious, and he loves that. We have their picks, so we have their future. So if you want your future back, Kevin Durant does not want to be there. Like he obviously doesn't want to be there. He has beef with the coach. So if you want your future back, give me Kevin Durant. There is no leverage that the Suns have. Like, oh, I want this guy, that guy. You're gonna get what we tell you to get because you have no future. You're not in a situation. You are not in the play-in, and you have Kevin Durant and Booker. You're not in the play-in game.
What would you give up for Kevin Durant based on what we already have?
I'll give you your picks back. I'll give you Cam Whitmore. I think he said he got some yams or something. I don't know if you saw that, but he said he got some. He got two girls with him. He said he got some yams.
I saw that.
I'll let you get Cam Whitmore with his yams. You get Reed Shepard. Maybe I don't want to give Tari Eason. Maybe Smith, but I feel like it's too much.
Well,
I feel like I might be pushing it. But man, that's not too much Kevin Durant.
Oh man.
But it's like a negotiation, right? Like, should I give
Would
you
Smith?
Maybe not. Yeah, I give Dillon Brooks. Kevin Durant, I think, like in leadership, and Kevin Durant not the best leader, but just I feel like he could be still a good leader for that team. I think, like you said, he trains with Jalen Green a lot. Jalen Green, I know he's one of those players that probably watched Kevin Durant when he was younger, like Anthony Edwards does. And it just unlocks a new thing for our offense. I feel like with Kevin Durant, I hated him at one point. Used to hate the hell out of Kevin Durant. You remember this, Greg? I used to hate his soul. But him being a Rocket, I mean, I take that, and I think that really makes us a really formidable team. He loves Ime Udoka as well, and I think Ime Udoka, I love the Rockets have a mindset of just a bunch of dogs, right? Like the mindset the Rockets have, the culture is we're dogs, right? Like we hustle, we play hard defense, we're fast, like that's our mindset. And adding the Kevin Durant to that, I think that'll make a hell of a team. I don't know if it wins a championship because some of these teams are very well constructed. But I think that would be a hell of a team to watch, and maybe be the last team Kevin Durant's with and now I can stop hating KD. I could be a KD fan, buy some KDs again, buy some KD
Yeah.
shoes, but
Yeah, I think like I think Kevin Durant just makes the most sense. And I would just try my best to just I would try to keep the core of Jalen Sengun, Jabari, Tari, and no, that might be everybody. Amin. Yeah,
no,
all of
Amanda
those.
for sure, yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure, got
I
to keep
think
them.
trying our best to keep that core. Everybody else is the outside looking in. If you need Aaron Holiday, go ahead. Um, I would try my best to kind of keep Fred VanVleet one more season because we're at that spot where we're on the team option of his deal. So maybe we can reconstruct that, make the money look a little bit better. Maybe. Just one more year until Amin can get his ball handling together. If we're not going to have Reshep at that point guard at anytime soon, but I like where we're at. I think it's a win-win regardless. Just don't give up. Just don't give up the whole farm for anybody. That's my thing.
Yeah, but
I'm
like I said,
tired of
we got the
tired of that.
we got their picks, so we don't have to. Like the leverage is ours, so definitely I think we're in a pretty good position. I did also want to bring up the Spurs. Y'all are in a pretty good position as well because y'all can start your tankathon. It's gonna be an epic tankathon that's happening in the NBA. Raptors, Jazz, Spurs, all gonna tank. Mauricio, Cooper Flagg, is he on your horizon? Are they gonna rig that one more time for you and get you some Cooper Flagg? I need you to tell me.
Hell no.
They gonna
Nah,
rig it for you?
I don't think so because well, for one, we keep trying to win games, which is fine.
You still gonna win somehow.
It's professional sports. These boys are not trying to lose, so I get it. It's kind of weird to go out and have someone tell you to be bad at your job, and it's like,
Yeah.
especially when your job
You
is
get
your
paid.
pay is based so much on your performance of the job. So I get it.
Who you been
And it's
beating? Are
like,
you on a
yeah,
winning streak?
we
Oh, you
could
on a
be
winning streak.
tanking, but it's like with the organization, with the pieces we got. Um, I mean, for one, I think they should have traded away Keldon Johnson, not because I don't like him or I think he's bad, but just because I think his value is high right now. So I felt like we could have shipped him off. And being from San Antonio, kind of seeing like people that leave San Antonio, like Derek White, and the success that they have when they leave, just being a team player wherever they end up going to, you can kind of work a deal out like that or something. Um, but as far as the tankathon, I mean, I think if we go as low as we could right now, like if we lose out for the rest of the season or something like that, I still don't think they rig it for us.
Mauricio, I want you to put this in perspective, right? So with updating the tanking stuff, the bottom four picks or bottom four teams have the same odds. It's all very low. It's 14%. Chance of you winning Victor Wembanyama should have been like immeasurable. Like that's just not even supposed to be a thing. Considering that he also has ties with that team, that shouldn't be a thing for real,
I mean,
right?
by
Like
ties, you mean just being a fan, then
no, but like he got the jersey, the Tony Parker jersey, and like
at the
like
Tony Parker Academies,
and so
Let's
the
be
fact
honest.
that like that's like he should have been like a Hornet or something. If you really was like let's do this, the odds and stuff, he should have been like one of them teams, like a Hornet or a Trailblazer. He shouldn't have been a Spur. The fact he's a Spur tell me all I need to know. So I Cooper Flagg, I don't
No,
think he
I
you
agree with
don't
that, to be honest.
yeah, like the chances are just like no, there's no way.
Let's be honest. I've been saying this for 2 years. Well, more than 2 years, but I've been public about it being 2 years. The NBA lottery, like the way they pick the lottery,
Oh, the
is
selection,
rigged.
yeah.
It is rigged. They are if you have the worst record in the league, you will not get the number one pick. That has been proven for the past 7 to 8 years. 7 to 8 years. Ever since they made the odds different to instead of 25% down to the top four being 14%, they have made it an emphasis that you will not be tanking all the way down to the ground just to get a number one pick. Case in point, Detroit Pistons was the worst team in the league. You're guaranteed the top 5 pick. They were the 5th pick. They've been doing this since post Zion era, and it's not changing anytime soon.
Greg,
Yes,
we
you can
had the
be
worst
one of
team
the
in the league
worst
too.
teams. You can be one of the worst teams. You can't be the worst team. So with that being the case, Utah not getting that pick, and Washington definitely not getting that pick.
Greg, we were the worst team. I think we were the worst team, and I forgot what draft. I know it's the Paulo draft. I know we were the worst pick. I think for the Wemby draft, we might have been. And for
we were not
Wemby, we
number
might
one.
have been. We might have been too. It was a coin flip with the Spurs.
That's what they want. That's what I'm saying. That's what they want to. That's what they want to tell you. I'm saying, like, I'm letting you know, Jesse.
That's crazy.
They want you to know. They want you to know the little coin flip. Nobody can give you the accurate representation of the whole little draw up of how the lottery is done with the ping pong. Nobody can give you a straightforward answer on how it's done. It's always behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And they finally give you the envelope, but this is who we got. This is who we got. The Rockets had the worst record in the league 3 out of the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
During that stretch, they got picked 2, 3, and 4. Now, granted, not mad at the picks. You know what I mean? Look, if you can't succeed having the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th pick, that's management. Your front office is not good.
But I want Wemby.
But the fact that but we were never gonna get him.
I want Cade Cunningham.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, when you are the worst, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you are the worst team in the league, you're not getting the number 1 pick.
Well, I remember,
why you think Atlanta got the pick this past go round?
But see, we had the 3rd pick last year from Brooklyn's pick, and that was whatever. That wasn't the draft to do that. I wanted, it sucked too, because bro, like the players like Cade and Victor, bro. I remember those Victor jersey, like them, show the Rockets with Victor's jersey, bro. I was like, come on, man, we could do it. Mauricio, I streamed that, and you were in the comments, and he was in Vegas, and I was like, please, and boy, when they said 4th pick Rockets, I was like, oh my god,
man, that day they didn't let me put a bet. I was gonna put $100 that the Spurs were gonna win the lottery.
That's the craziest.
They didn't let me bet that.
It should have been like, honestly, it should have been the Hornets or something. Like, for real. Like, you really doing this?
That's actually, I just thought about that. That's very telling. The fact that they don't let you bet on who's going to win.
WWE. WWE wrestling.
It's already determined. They probably already know who's going to be the number 1 pick as we speak right now.
Well, wait, let me ask you this then. Does the WNBA have something similar to that?
What are you talking about? Like,
do they have a draft lottery?
Yeah. Well, it's not like a lottery per se, but you pretty much it's one of those things. If you're the worst record in the league, you're getting the number 1 pick. I think it's NFL style.
Oh, is that NFL style?
I think. Was there? If you're the worst record in the league, then because Indiana looked horrible before they got Caitlin Clark the year before.
Because is there a tank for Caitlin? Did they tank for Caitlin?
Tank for Caitlin.
No, they were just bad. They didn't go out their way to tank for her. They were just that bad. I'm gonna let you know that right now. They had that was their 2nd back-to-back number 1 pick because Aaliyah Boston came the year before and they were bad. But one big man is not going to change anything. So
I think you're right. I think it's just like it's 3 rounds and it's inverse order and worst pick. Hey, shout out to that's why I wish Houston had a team. Boy, if Caitlin Clark was in Houston, bro, my gosh, boy, I'd be glazing like crazy. Boy, you understand what I'm saying? I'd be glazing like freaking crazy. Boy, I'd love her more than Harden.
She's not made for no big city, man. Indiana's where she needs to be. We needed Juju Watkins, man.
No, I'd take Juju too. I take Juju too. But
she fits the big city vibe, man. I think that will work.
See, we need to get a team in Houston, bro. We do need to get a team in Houston. I don't know if we'll get in time. I wanted to say too, Caitlin Clark, speaking of her, 41 out of her 44 games will be on primetime. That's more than the Lakers. Just to put that in perspective, that's more than the Lakers. So I just want to ask, are they oversaturating Caitlin? That's number 1. And number 2, will the WNBA do a better job, and this including the players and the media, will they do a better job making sure they praise Caitlyn and push her forward, or are they still gonna be on the hating type of vibe? What do you feel like? You think it's gonna be different from last year?
I think it will be different from last year. I truly do believe it. I think you just have to get used to change, and then once change is there, and once you're here, and once people actually have like conversations with Caitlyn and like just be around Caitlyn more, they're gonna realize, oh, okay, like, and I think this is pretty much what was going on to begin with. Caitlyn is not somebody that's very vocal in general.
Mhm.
So a lot of her fans was probably doing a lot of the talking on the internet, which rubbed
I
a lot
was.
of people the wrong way. Where it's like you need to be praised, you need to be glazing her. And you know how other people are. I'm not gonna say just women, men probably do it too. But if you tell somebody what they need to do, everybody has pride, everybody has ego, everybody's like, all right, man, look, she's a good player now, but nah, you better chill out. But hey, Caitlin Clark is hurt. I think this go round is not gonna be as toxic. I think what I do need them to stop doing is stop trying to like continue the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese rivalry. I think that needs to end. That was a nice little rookie of the year kind of thing. They're rookies. They had some, other college things. I think they need to go ahead and stop it now. I tell me another rivalry that's like a guard big man type of thing. It's even hard to compare. It's not even a fair thing to just have their stats compared. You got defensive stuff with Angel Reese and rebounding and points, and you have Caitlin Clark. Compare Caitlin Clark as one of the best, and like with the guards. Compare Angel Reese to like other forwards. Don't nobody be comparing like Anthony Davis to Kyrie. Nobody does that.
I get that. I'd say the rebuttal though is the rivalry aspect. I'm not gonna compare these two and their stats and like guard to guards, big man to big man or big big woman. Not just I don't know how they want to say that.
Yeah, I don't even know. Big girl, is that crazy?
I don't know how to say that at all.
I don't know how to say it either. or the bigs.
The bigs, yeah. Let's keep it like that because that sounds better. And I don't know. It's good for ratings. I don't want to say like I know divisiveness is good for ratings. Like conflict is good for ratings, and the reason why it exists, as you know, was that college basketball game, an NCAA championship, and that was like a genuinely entertaining game because usually when especially in the past, you watch women's basketball, a lot of people say, "Man, this is entertaining." You couldn't look at that game and be like, "Oh, this is not entertaining." Like this is genuine entertainment. And she walked up to her and did that. Like, I like to see that type of stuff just from the fact that it creates, like, okay, next time they play, is she going to get the get back or is Angel Reese going to, and like I said, they're not going to compete against each other in a head-to-head matchup. Like, they're not going to be guarding each other, right? But it's just the fact that this person came from LSU versus, was Iowa, right? LSU versus Iowa. That was such a big thing. Back-to-back years, they played in really big games. Won in the college championship. Next year in the Final Four. Now they move on to the WNBA. Like they seem like they're the pioneers. So since they're the pioneers and there's like some divisiveness there, that when those games come on, I'm likely to watch that more than Caitlyn versus someone else. So I get what you're saying. Like I wouldn't push it. There's a way that if you push it in terms of like a stat by stat, like, hey, this person, Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark type of thing, then you can be like, they play different positions, have different responsibilities, that type of thing. But just if I'm like putting a matchup on the board, if I'm saying, the Fever are facing,
sure.
I'm showing Reese's face, I'm showing Caitlin's face, I'm showing their college stuff, and I'm like, watch this game. That's what I'm doing. So
definitely that. But me personally, I think with Caitlin Clark, it needs to be more than just Angel Reese. She needs to start getting into other rivalries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't just boggle it down to just like, okay, this was our bread and butter last year. Let's just keep pushing it. No, if you're able to, and you got to do it organically, obviously. But if you can establish some more rivalries, because a lot with the Unrivaled, the Angel Reese Nafisa Collier thing, that's starting to pick up some steam because they were, Angel Reese had that woman in hell. I ain't gonna lie, her defense kind of picked up. I ain't gonna hold you. Angel Reese, she may not be able to lay the ball up, the best way, but She can lock up on defense and she can get some rebounds. It really got in her head. I ain't never seen her cuss like that. But let's do the same thing with Caitlin Clark. She needs to be I need to see some Marika Agumbawale. It helps, shed light on other fantastic players in the league. If you want to continue to grow the game, like introduce people. Okay, Seattle Storm got a nice squad. I think the Aces kind of low key imploded. I mean, they still have Asia Wilson, but it's not the same dominant team as before. Mm-hmm. But if you go, and that's a part of the national televised games where it's like 41 games, you're gonna be able to see every team. You're going to be able to see every team nationally, and I think that's the best way to go about it. They're promoting her the best way possible. And shout out to State Farm too. They're doing a good job too.
Yeah, State Farm has usually done a really good job of promoting women. I saw Sue Bird like way back in the day with it. That's how I know Sue Bird. So shout out to State Farm. I'd say too, I want them to still rough up Caitlin though, and the reason why is because I want Caitlin like go through this like almost Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan in the beginning had to go through like
earn your respect.
Isaiah Thomas didn't pass on the ball in the All-Star game, and then when he played, he get hit and knocked around. So I want to see that. So it creates a story. Like you have to overcome it. Number one, and number two, that just people watch. People want to see Caitlin struggle in a way of like either they hate her or they love her. Like they love her, so come on, Caitlin, you can do it. Beat these girls, or they hate her. Yeah, but there's a reason to watch, and that's what creates ratings. Yeah. Right. So I say
Curry, Bron, like Steph Curry, LeBron James. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be, whether we like it or not, Caitlin Clark is a very polarizing player, and it's not even her fault. That's just how the nature of it gone. She's been so good. You want a lot of people. You want a lot of people to root for you. Y'all seen her recently? She low key kind of yoked up.
Oh no,
she been hitting
she got fit. She got the muscle.
Oh she's been looking.
She's tired of it. She tired of all the pushing people hitting her in the eye.
I'm gonna see what she's doing. I'm gonna see what that rim pressure looking like. I'm gonna see if she's trying to attack the rim for real. I'm gonna see what's up.
Hey, next time she get pushed down, I ain't waiting for Leah Boston. I'm coming to you face like I'm coming to you. I got muscle now. I have muscle now, and I'm ready for it.
So and Caitlin Clark has a better team. Caitlin Clark has a better team. This go around, they picked up a lot of good free agents over the past last few months. So they're going. It's not. First of all, it ain't. It's only so many teams to begin with. It's not that hard to get into the playoffs, as we currently saw. I think a team with a losing record got there. I think the Chicago Sky got in there, squeezed by barely. So she's gonna be playoff bound. So she's gonna be in all the primetime games.
And she need to be successful because I said for sure, hey, get on her, make her struggle, whatever, like make her earn it. But she need to be successful for this league. Obviously, other people, Juju and Paige, come in, but we need Caitlin to shine. Like you've had 41 out of 44 games that exist in the primetime. We need you to shine.
Have this on record. We ain't gonna see our next WNBA leap until we start seeing them Juju walking, Caitlin Clark back and forth duos. Like we already took a big leap, and it's gonna continue to grow. But that next big leap, there's a lot of people. They're gonna go to that Juju walking side where Angel got us. Angel, the Angel fan base got us there. Now we got Juju Watkins, who we think can maybe go toe to toe with. It might be one of those. It may turn into one of those Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry situations like back in the day, the 2015, 2016. Like Steph Curry got the winning, but every once in a while, Kyrie Irving, he has some iconic moments that people talk about. They talk about that shot in 2016, that 3-1 comeback. So it's great for storylines. Great for storylines.
Yeah. So I'm definitely excited to see what happens this year, and I'm definitely excited to see what happens when Juju comes in.
Absolutely.
Wanted to divert back to the NBA and talk a little bit about the MVP. I believe Shea will win MVP. Everyone agrees that Shea is probably the MVP of this year, right?
I mean, I'm just coming to terms to accept it, but I mean,
okay, yeah, I got you.
I'm like, do I agree? I mean, debatable, but I mean, I'm not mad at it.
I got you. Okay, well, he likely will win MVP, and a guard hasn't won MVP in a while. So what I wanted to do, if you look back, it's been centers, big men, Giannis. It's been Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid since Harden. I wanted to compare SGA's MVP year this year. These are all the MVP winners. You got Harden, Curry, D Rose, Kobe, Nash. Also, if you could add Westbrook as well, because we do have Westbrook in that.
Dang, I forgot about Westbrook.
And that's a very polarizing one. That's the one we stole. He stole it from me. SGA. You see SGA's stat line. Greg, do you need me to read the SGA stat line to you? Do you know it? How well do you know it? Do you? I mean, I can read it to you.
Yeah, just read it one more time. Yeah.
So he's averaging 32.8, so 33 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6.3 assists. His field goal percentage is elite. 52.2% from the field for a guard is insane level of accuracy. Like his efficiency is crazy. 3-point percentage is 37%. Free throw percentage is 90%. So he's close to being a 50-40-90, which is averaging 33 and almost being 50-40-90 is insanity. It's really great. Really good. That's honestly the most efficient guard season I've ever seen for this level of volume and this high of a scoring. So I'm gonna tell you that. So we're gonna go to Harden now. You ready for Harden? We're gonna compare Harden. And Greg, I know we big Harden fans. And I know and then we're gonna get Westbrook after that, but we'll go to Harden. So Harden, his field goal percentage was 44%, 3-point percentage was 36%, his free throw percentage is 85%. He averaged 30 points a game, 5 rebounds, and he averaged 8.8 assists, so he averaged 9 assists a game. So if SGA went back to 2017-18, who'd win the MVP?
If we're being honest with each other, it would really have to be who had the better team record, because that's what it would have gone down to at that point. For being honest with each other, there's plenty of people that have had some cool stat lines, and then they got snubbed because it was like, oh, okay, well, he has the best record in the league type stuff. So, what are they on pace for? Are they on pace for 65 or 60?
Oh, for sure. They're 57-12, so they are well on pace. They're on pace for like 68 wins.
Do you think they would have surpassed the Rockets team record?
Yeah,
this year?
I think they get 60. I think they get 66 or 67.
Okay, if that's the case, SGA.
Yeah,
literally.
SGA.
Like it will go between. It'll be team record at that point.
That 52% is blowing my mind right now. That is insane.
That's a crazy stat.
Efficiency. That's a Michael Jordan level efficiency with a higher 3-point percentage efficiency. That's and 90% from the free throw line is nothing to snub at as well, because he goes to the free throw line all the time. So the fact that he has an extremely high volume of free throws, 90%, I see why y'all be glazing that boy. And when they glaze him, they glaze him. You know, they be seeing them little.
They going crazy.
Yeah, they have him on his wall and they screen, they phone screen. They be glazing. They be glazing that boy in Oklahoma, bro. Okay, we'll go. So we move on to Russell Westbrook. So his I love how the efficiency. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna begin. 42% from the field, 42.5, 34.3% from 3. So one of his better 3-point shooting seasons. 84% from the free throw line, so a good free throw percentage season. He averaged 31.6, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double.
Triple-double.
I give it SGA so fast. Ain't nobody care about that crap. I guess, I don't care about that triple-double at all. Them boys won 47 games. I'm going straight to SGA with that.
Oh my God. Russell Westbrook wins that.
If we're just being honest, I know he got the go with the story. I know you go with that story thing. I know. I feel you.
If we're being honest with each other, if we're being completely honest with each other, there wasn't going to be anybody that was going to beat Russell Westbrook in MVP voting, because if we're being honest with ourselves, it should have been James Harden's MVP to begin with. I think he had the better season, in my opinion.
For sure.
But because how they glorified the triple-double, it wouldn't have mattered how good SGA stats was based off of what we're looking at right now. That 52% don't mean nothing to those voters. I'm going to be honest with you. Russell Westbrook would have still won. To be honest with you. Now, I would have picked, Jesse, I would have picked SGA. But I'm going to be realistic with you. They weren't. Come on now. They weren't. They
weren't. You agree? You agree, Michelle?
Yeah, I feel like they would just do that because it was just the triple-double averages.
It's never been done before.
Yeah,
It's only been done by Oscar.
literally.
That's literally all they did when Harden was giving you like 40 straight games of 40-point double-doubles.
Yeah, like it already happened. It basically already happened.
Yeah, like, yeah. There was nothing SGA was going, unless SGA was going to be averaging 40. No, the Westbrook glaze was real.
I'll tell you this. His stat line, like for Westbrook, his stat line is obviously the 10 and 10. And SGA, the thing that stands out is not even the 33, even though it's the highest average for a guard to win MVP in maybe history, because I don't see any guard that's hit that. It's that 52%. Because you had the highest scoring of all, basically of every guard, and 52%. But I see your point. I see that, like, Kevin Durant left them, because how I used to say it, I was like, pretty, shiny. That's how they treated that 10-10 crap, and it pissed me the F off.
And Jesse, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we're trying to sell the casual fan on who's going to win MVP, and one person's strong suit is, oh my God, they did a triple double, something that's never been done since Oscar Robertson, or you're gonna say, I don't know, man, 52%. That's a crazy number. They just not gonna be able to encapsulate.
I say he's a scoring champ. I say he's a scoring champ too. I feel you. I say he's a scoring champ. That's how I try to sell it. But I get it. The 10-10, the triple double is a shinier word than scoring champ. So yeah, I'll give it to Westbrook.
Wasn't that the year he did 2020? Was that the same year?
Nah, that wasn't the same year. That was the next year. He averaged triple double like 4. He averaged triple double like 3-4 years in a row. But he wasn't nowhere in the MVP voting for that. That tell you a lot. But we go move on to the next person since they, I'm not even gonna bring them bad memories up. Stephen Curry, 15-16. He had 50% from the field, 45% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. So 50, 40, 90, average 30 a game. I'm giving it to Steph Curry. They won 73 games and the shoot 45% from 3 and then set the NBA record for threes in a season is like amazing. That's amazing.
Steph Curry went nuclear that year. He was still. Do you feel like he would still be unanimous
over
SGA? You feel like he would still be. He would win, but do you still think he's unanimous?
I think the 45% and the 403. I think the 403s is what gets that, because it's like SGA, his style with the free throws. Like, obviously he's very efficient, but he gets a lot of free throws. A lot of people hate on it. But Steph Curry, there was no. Like, it's very easy to glamorize because it's deep threes. He's shooting deep threes at like 60%, shooting threes at 45%. Fade, like all his threes a lot of them are heavily contested, and people are just like changing basketball. Like, I remember 2K that year where they made him go further back. People have to like go. He's stretching the court so much that you have to go to the half court to pick him up. Like, that level of impact is so insane that SGA, I don't think he can do anything with that. I think Steph Curry wins unanimous, 15-16. Yeah. That's his MVP for sure.
That's fair. So I agree though. I agree that he will be MVP. Sure.
That's the one where I'm like, I don't think anybody can beat that. That's his for sure. I don't think
that was a wild year.
And then the NBA record for wins, like that's his.
73-9.
The one before, now this is a little different because this is the one I should have won. Regardless, me being Harden, right? 14-15, 48% from the field, 44% from 3, 91% from the free throw line. He averaged 23.8 points per game. He had 7.7, the same amount of assists. So his 23.1, I'm going to tell you, it's 23.8. What they said was that he didn't play in the fourth quarter because they were doing so well the first 3 quarters. That was his biggest thing. First 3 quarters, they did so well that, he didn't play in the fourth quarter. That's why he's only averaging 24 a game. I'm like, bro, he averaging 24 a game, bro. Like, who averages 24 and wins MVP? Like, are you kidding me? He should be Harden. He averaged 27. What are you saying? Yeah. SGA, I think SGA wins that. SGA wins that one. SGA wins that one.
Yeah.
Marisa, you feel so? Yeah, SGA. Because what the heck is that? That season,
and that was I think that was like a 56 win team. I think that year.
The Rockets,
the Warriors.
Or the Warriors. No, Warriors.
2014, 2015.
No, that's 67. Them boys were elites. They were ahead of everybody. 67. I remember. Boy, we had 56. The Rockets had 56. We were the 2 seed. We had 56, and we needed every one of them games too, because if we lost one game, we would have got to the 60.
Not for 2014, 15.
14, 15, you looked that up. The Warriors won 67.
No, I'm saying I don't think we was the number 2 seed, 14, 15. I thought we was the 8th seed.
Oh no, that's 15, 16.
15, 16. Oh wow.
And we faced the Warriors back-to-back years. I know we lost in 5 twice. We lost in 5 twice. So you put in a pot. I know they all sound. It looks the same.
Oh my god! Oh,
it
are you
looks the
kidding
same.
me?
But we the 2 seed, the 8 seed, we lose in 5. Yeah.
Oh, we had Kevin McHale that year. Okay, all right.
We dropped off.
Did we have Dwight Howard that year? Okay.
15, 16. Yeah, both years we had Dwight Howard. I mean, both years. Yeah, we had Dwight Howard.
Hey, good memories. This is the Josh Smith.
14, 15 Josh Smith. Yeah.
That was when we beat
14,
the Clippers.
15.
We came back and beat the Clippers.
Yeah, got to the conference finals, faced the Warriors. And Mauricio, I know you know plot, but like when we were in the conference finals, I was like, is this what this feels like? This feels so good. This is so different. At that point, we ain't been to the conference finals since '97. So my whole life, I never saw that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like we playing the Warriors, and mind you, we beat the Warriors like crazy the year before. Like we 3-1 the Warriors in the regular season. So I'm like, you would think like the Spurs or the Thunder or the Heat would be the team that would like stop me from my finals championship. But it's this Warriors team, but now they spamming threes all of a sudden. All of a sudden they go from the 6 seed to a 67-win team in a year. Boy, that threw me to a loop. But yeah, they won, and Steph Curry won MVP. Didn't win Finals MVP though. Ha ha ha. Move on to the one before that, Derrick Rose. A lot of people think LeBron should have won this one, but I'll give you
LeBron definitely should have won that shit.
44% from the field, 33% from 3, 85% from the free throw line. He averaged 25 a game. He had 7 assists. The key thing is that he led the Bulls, who did not have many offensive players, to the number 1 seed in the NBA over teams like the Spurs, the Heat, the Thunder. And he had a story with it because before the season he said, why not me? How come I can't win MVP? And that boy, he hooped and won MVP. That's good plot until it wasn't. What do you think? I think SGA wins this though.
SGA clears.
Yeah, SGA wins.
I like Derrick Rose more though. He's more exciting. He's more easier to sell because he has like a jerky motion in the air when he's finishing, which was very exciting to watch. But then it also contributed to his injuries. And
ultimately not seen.
Which is sad. D Rose, I kid you not. I'm gonna clip this. D Rose is literally the most loved NBA player of all time. No one hates Derrick Rose. That's not a thing to hate. Yeah. Like, people hate LeBron, hate Harden, hate KD, hate Curry. No one hated Derrick Rose.
Yeah, nobody hates D Rose. You're right. Nobody hates D Rose.
There's no bit of that. So Derrick Rose to me is the most loved player, and it's the saddest injury of all time for sure.
Yeah.
We'll go to Kobe. Kobe's only MVP, which may be surprising for a lot. He averaged field goal percentage is 45%. Field goal percentage is 45%. 3-point percentage is 36%. His free throw percentage is 84%. He averaged 28 a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Kobe, the Lakers before then weren't very good, but then they got Paul Gasol, and then they became a very formidable team. So well deserved for him that year. I don't want to make my Kobe love overshadow this. Like SGA's numbers are better across the board. So I'm just like,
Are you asking me who should win or what was going to actually happen?
If SGA and the Thunder went to 2007-8 and were what they were, and he has those numbers,
Kobe still wins it. Kobe still wins it because of that narrative of Steve Nash winning those back-to-back MVPs, and they were like, yo, there's no way y'all not giving it to Kobe. Like, they felt like Kobe got robbed like 2 back, almost on some Harden-ish. Like, they felt like they got robbed back-to-back years.
Some Embiid-ish.
It was definitely going to be on some, here, damn type thing. And I think that's where it is. Even though SGA's numbers are better and he should win, there's just certain years it don't matter. Yeah. Just like what Russell Westbrook, I feel the same way about Kobe. Like, I think it wouldn't have mattered. Like, they would have pushed it.
And I think you can account as well that in that era is a little slower, less spacing. And I know, I mean, we can do this for everybody, but those numbers, SGA's numbers would drop. Like, he wouldn't be having these numbers at all. Like, it'd probably be more closer to Kobe's numbers. But I think SGA would still be more efficient because 52%, that's freaking insane in any era. But yeah, we'll give it to Kobe. I think, I'll give it to Kobe. Before we have 2 Steve Nash years. And I'll tell you this, before we even get to Steve Nash, I'm gonna tell you this. I'll tell you this. And it's ironic because technically in 05 he had higher points per game, but 04, 05 he has a great argument, better than 05, 06. 05, 06 because he lost Amari. Then they were like the 4 seed or 3 seed or something like that. They won like 54 games or whatever. The reason Nash's first one makes a lot of sense, a little harder, even though he averaged less points, is because the Suns were trash booty. They get Steve Nash, they add him to the team, they do the Mike D'Antoni running gun stuff, and they become one of the greatest offenses ever in a year and become a 1 seed. And it's 100% because of Steve Nash. Even though his points ain't crazy, he has 11 and a half assists a game. He is diming. I give 05, 06, and his free throw percentage is insane. 92% is crazy. But I give 05, 06, but 04, 05, that's a little like, yeah, maybe still SGA, but bro, Steve Nash was he 50, 40, 90, bro. I mean, hey, 50, 40, 90 basically twice. Over 10 assists a game, and he led the greatest offense ever at the time. And the only thing they said was, man, I just need to shoot more. He needed to score more. He could have scored more. He just didn't because hey, get everybody else in this thing and let's run up the score.
I mean, he's the only one that's in the teens for points per game out of all the MVPs.
So. Yeah, but them 11 assists, 11 and a half assists and changing your team, like you said, that context is great. You talk about context with Kobe and Westbrook. Nash 0405 got a hell of a context. But like, bro, this boy, they're both trash, and then you come 50, 40, 90, 11 and a half assists, and you're the number 1 seed. Hey,
that's hard. That's hard. That's hard to disagree with. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I will say 05, 06, give it to SGA. Not even a conversation. Because it should have been Kobe's. But yeah, 04, 05, I if they end up giving it to Nash, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. That's one of those coin flip ones.
Yeah, so yeah. And Mauricio, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree. 04, 05 was just kind of like just a complete 180 of that team because of him. So and then 05, 06 is that one seems more up in the air for sure. Because it was.
I think the last thing we're going to do here, just wanted to share one quick thing with you guys, is our brackets real quick. So I'm sharing the screen. This will be a share screen segment here. You're going to help me with this too. So these are the picks. I believe, which one did we do together? I think this is the one we did together. You picks. Let's see what happened here. Dang, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we're obviously, yeah. Because it showed this, but yeah, all that's, yeah, L's. On this side, yeah, it's a bunch of L's. There's obviously a bunch of L's. Was there any busts in the first round for me though? For us? Like, was there any? I mean, I think we're right in the first round. I don't see any. I see the L here, but I don't see any L's in that first round too much. I don't know.
Yeah. What, Maryland won instead of Colorado State?
Yeah. I think we did all right though. I ain't gonna lie. I think this is okay.
That's not a bad bracket.
Yeah, it's not bad. We percentiles 53%. I think we did all right, man. I'll tell you this. If we won this thing though, my gosh. But we would have lost our freaking mind, bro. We would have been viral. We would have had a viral video.
How many did you have correct?
They said it was 53%. So yeah, 53% of what's happened is correct. But obviously that's nowhere near 100%.
A little over half.
The bracket got the last person was yesterday. It was one person. I want to know who that person was. One person remaining out of 24 million. That was perfect. Got busted though. We gotta wait another year for this thing, bro. It's hard, bro. It's not even basically impossible.
Yeah, it's ain't no basically.
The chances of this happening is like it's impossible. So definitely 53% not bad. But hey, with that, guys, did you guys have any final thoughts before calling this thing? Any final thoughts? An NBA playoffs coming soon, March Madness. Say go Cougs, huh?
Go Cougs, man.
Yeah, go Cougs. Oh, also stop with the these unwritten rules that are masked by sportsmanship. I hate them. I hate them for basketball. Stop doing it. It's corny. Stop getting mad that somebody made a basket the last few seconds of the game. It's weird. Even though you did it, you know what I mean? Even though you was out here tweening, looking like James Harden, giving yourself some garbage points, but you gonna get mad at a Lance Stevenson that lays the ball up right next to the next possession. You know what I mean? If it's about sportsmanship, you hold on to the ball, loser.
Yeah.
If you're the loser, hold on to the ball, let the clock drain out. But you don't want to do that because you're trying to get your little garbage time buckets. Where the sportsmanship at that? Cut it all out. It's all like you know what I mean? Sportsmanship starts with losers. It starts with the losing team. I will live and die by that. Stop blaming these winners for being winners.
Give me that.
Yeah.
That boy has something to say. Man, my final take is that March Madness, my bracket got busted, but the games have been pretty entertaining. Hopefully, the Cougars win. Rockets, we'll see what happens in the postseason. And let's see if we get Kevin Durant, that'll be exciting. And hey, I'm ready for some postseason basketball. When the postseason happens, we're gonna try to do 2 episodes a week. It'll be Monday, not Monday. It'll be Tuesday and it'll be Thursday. So we're gonna try to do 2 episodes a week. Really put the content out for you guys. It should be very fun. Also, if you want to support the channel, make sure you go into the link in the description. Sign up for Boom Fantasy. Promo code is Sports Factory. Up to first $100 is risk free. So do that. Also go to Greg's channel. I also put that in the link in the description. It's the Play for Keeps podcast. It's for the casuals. So go to Play for Keeps podcast and make sure to tune in, watch his podcast, watch his streams. And with that, thank you guys for joining, and we'll catch you guys on the next podcast. And we're out of here. Peace.